day everybody. Here is my new updated build for update 42. I haven't really been on ESO as much recently. I've had some real life stuff to sort out. But anyway, let's get back into it because there is a few things that I would like to talk about in this build video, and I'll show you some gameplay after. Granted, the gameplay that you will see after this build video is primarily with different builds, because I like to test a lot of different builds. However, I do feel as if this build that I'm going to show you today is the most overall solid for PvP currently, and it will also take into consideration the changes next patch, with the changes to Vampire also. So let's get into it. Obviously, Ancient Grace, pretty standard on the full max mag Orc. It's too good to give up. I like to have Absorb Magicka enchantment on the front bar simply because it allows you to have better sustain, and Sharpen on the front bar is obviously the best for damage. On the back bar, same again, Magicka enchantment because you can't go wrong with more sustain, and defending on the back bar, you obviously can't go wrong with more resistances on there. Tudin, my baby, best monster set there is in my opinion for a Max Orc. I would never take this off because Max Orc really struggles with bar space. It is the perfect set, monster set for a Max Orc. Trainee in Reinforced because it gives you the most value for your money basically, and it gives 1.4k health. And then Mighty Tudin Arm Cops. Again, Tudin too good to give up. Remember, that is light, that is heavy, and this is medium. So you can get the Undaunted passives to increase all your max stats, primarily your Magicka on this. Crafty Elfig, again, if we're going full max mag, Crafty Elfig, Undaunted passives, all maximum Magicka enchantment glyphs, and Ancient Grace. So, Crafty Elfig, one Crafty Elfig Arcane on the neck. Death Dealer's Feet, again, if we're pushing max stats to the max, this is the mythic that you want to be using. It's far too good to give up. And the Ancient Grace again. Now let's get into the skills. As you will notice, I like to keep my bar exactly the same because it's all about muscle memory. The reason that I can perform so good in the most dire situations is because the muscle memory is so down perfectly every single time that I will hardly ever make a mistake. I won't press the wrong button, I won't cast the wrong skill. It'll be perfect and flawless all the time. That is why I like to keep my skills roughly the same. However, this does not apply to other people. If you want to change some skills around, please feel free to, right? For example, you could change Endless Fury to Inner Light for more max Magicka, and Savagery Prophecy on the front bar. You can change Ice Comet for Overload, for example. There's a lot of things that you can use on this, and it's very flexible. You could change that for Critical Surge. You could change this for Bolt Escape. You know, like there's a lot of things you could use. You could even change Harness Magicka to Dampen Magicka. You could change Life Giver to any other ultimate that you want. You can change Healer Ward to anything else you want, you know. This is very flexible. Please feel free to use whatever you would like on this. You could use Elemental Weapon on there if you so desired. It's very flexible. I just like to keep the same skills because I know exactly what I'm using all the time, and it's the most efficient for my muscle memory. but them are the skills that I like to use. Now let's get into the champion points. The champion points, since Magicka is so strong now, I'm pretty sure that I had deadly aim on in the previous build video. Correct me if I'm wrong, but since shields are so strong currently, well, hardened ward specifically, I feel as if, and we got the 10% max mag buff, I feel as if deadly aim is unnecessary. It's a bit overkill, especially if we are taking vampire out of the equation next patch, because I feel as if this build will be exactly the same next patch, but you'll have that extra sting back, because people won't have the extra 20% damage reduction when they're low. They'll only have 10 because of the vampire changes. But anyway, let's get into it. Ironclad, far too good to give up, especially when ganking is so prevalent nowadays with Tarnished Nightmare. It's actually ridiculous. So direct damage, same applies for single target attacks. Tarnished Nightmare, Nightblade gankers are so prolific now. They are so overtuned, and there's a lot of Magicka out there as well, and both those CPs will reduce their damage a lot significantly also. Self-explanatory, Max Magicka, you know, if we're pushing Max Mag, this is what you need. And on the red CP, Pain's Refuge, just never take it off, it's far too good. Relentlessness, very, very good. I would recommend never taking this off. Shield Master, this is interchangeable, simply because currently on this build, and I'll show you why in a second, with all the consumables and the Wonderstone and the race, I think that this could be changed because I'm not using Vampire on this currently. And I have good sustain on it. This is merely an option. The reason that I have Shield Master on currently is because since I get myself in so many bad situations, I basically abuse Streak. And any time that I can save sustain and save myself from such a dire situation by casting this extra Streak, I will do so, so I have Shield Master on. However, if other people do not want to do this, you can take it off and choose any one of the CP that you desire, that you feel as if you're lacking in. If you want more stamina sustain, go with Survival Instincts. If you want more damage resistant, go with Fortified. If you want more HP, go with Boundless Vitality. If you so desired that you wanted to be quicker, put Celerity on. It's very interchangeable, this one, with this current build. I will recommend though, if you want to use Vampire on this build, please make sure that you have this on. You will not be able to sustain it. And Bastion, self-explanatory, increases your damage shield effectiveness. Must have on a Magicka. And now I'll go with the attributes and the Mundus and the race. So with this, because I haven't got Vampire on, I have chosen to have a little bit less Max Magicka, but have more into health. Right? Bear in mind this is unprocced death dealers here. Right? So I roughly have about 30k health without death dealers procced. You're probably looking at about 33.5, 34k max health with this build, with about 55k max mag on this build. This food is very, very, very good, right? I have just recently found out about this food. It is RTM pickled fish ball. It gives you the most maximum stats for HP and max mag you can currently get in the game, which is why it is so good on this build. Now you will notice that in the videos that I'm about to show you when I 1vx, I don't actually have this on. It's because I like to test different builds, and I went back to the old trusty Ghastly Eyeball because I am a great believer in low HP in Cyrodiil. I don't want to be the problem in Cyrodiil by having massive amounts of HP because I complain about it myself. I would be a hypocrite if I started constantly using high health builds. I would become the problem myself. I do think Zenimax needs to tone down HP in Cyrodiil, and however, this is my meta build for everybody, so I'm going to give you the best build possible for the majority of people, and this is it. So please use this because it gives you a lot of health and max stats. And the Atronach Stone. If you didn't want all this HP and you wanted more sustain to take the Atronach off, so you can put Ghastly Eyeball on and then put the Mage Mundus on to get even more max mag, you would have about 57k max mag. Please do not hesitate. And the race is a Breton. You can go any race basically, but obviously Breton in my opinion is the best overall, especially for sustain. Obviously you don't have Dark Deal or Dark Convergence on this build, so you will need very good mag sustain, which is why I like to choose Breton. But that is the updated build video for the current patch for ESO, and I will now show you some 1vx gameplay. I hope you enjoy.